Even with the influx of new talented players that have hit the scene in the last few years, the ever-present Bubbleman always finds a way to keep up with the pack. His rock-solid fundamental play and his rigorous practice give him a consistent and complete skill set that very few can match. He took the speed gains that he built in 2020 into 2021, and he made a habit of posting some insane scores on famous stream maps. These include the first full combos on ICDD's Shimbatsu, and in Ferry's Those Who From the Heavens Came. He also banks the first Hard Rock FCs on Chamelea's Diastrophism, and amazingly, Undead Corporation's Everything Will Freeze top diff. He also has the second best double time AC on the Pretender, only slightly behind Emrek. It also goes without saying that he racked up another set of tournament wins in 2021, earning 8 new badges. These include Corsace Open, CES Osu Open, Gotta Aim Fast Season 8, and UKCC 10. He's now won the last 4 UK 1v1 tournaments that he entered in a row, which is an astonishing feat. Bubbleman's list of achievements over the years make for a sensational highlight reel. He's the most decorated tournament player of all time, and it isn't even close. And it almost seemed casual this year. He just makes it look so easy. He is the undisputed pinnacle of the UK Osu scene, and one of the most feared players to face in competition.
If we talk about 2021, then there is no way to leave out one of the fastest rising players in recent history, Nyan Potato. During the last year he made waves, not only due to his fast aim, but also because of his incredible stream speed. This let his rank graph move from pretty much out of bounds to number 5 in the world at his peak. You better watch out for what is yet to come from him, as the intense Russian screaming isn't the only thing that the players in the leaderboard above him will have to fear.
Flying Tuna is no stranger to being in the top 10 players list. He's been a staple of the list ever since the top 20 players of 2018 video, where he first appeared at number 6. Since then, he's gone on to be number 5 in 2019, number 8 in 2020, and once again, number 8 in 2021. What is there to say that hasn't already been said about Tuna? In 2021 alone, he helped South Korea place 3rd overall in the Ostworld Cup, alongside winning several other high-profile tournaments such as the Perennial and Corsair's Closed. He was even awarded Veteran of the Year during the Grand Finals pre-show of OWC 2021, and that's barely even scratching the surface of his tournament performance. The man was an absolute monster of consistency and well-roundedness that very few players could compete with, even to this day. His solo performance was nothing to be scoffed at either. Plays on maps like Kimomimi EDM Squad and Speedrun are still completely unmatched half a year later. Tuna has been an absolute showstopper for several years, and that hasn't changed one bit in 2021. Just unfortunate that we won't be seeing him again in 2022 due to military service. Welcome you back with open arms in 2023, Tuna.
The Chilean champion has certainly been one of the unsung heroes of the OC scene in the last year or two, as while he hasn't retained his near celebrity status as the number 1 player on the PP leaderboards back in 2019, 2021 really lit a fire in Mafia that sparked a massive catalog of HDDT number 1s that almost none can rival, primarily ones that are alt heavy. Not to mention his astute presence in tournaments where it changed that resulted in team wins like Speed Cup 4, the Perennial, Corsairs and more, even snagging a silver medal in Yassi Summer Cup 2021. Whether it's his legendary alt ability that's landed him a 1k PP score, or his great contribution towards his most prolific tournament performances, Mafia is back in action and is looking to shake things up a bit more in 2022.
Oh, DT's improvement in 2021 was more insane than anyone could have imagined, going from 3-digit at the beginning of the year to within the top 30 by the end. In this time, she achieved some of the most impressive scores like HDFCs on both Because Maybe Part 1 and 2, as well as the highest AC and first hidden FC on Euphoria, placing her easily within the ranks of the best players to have graced this game. She's also proven herself to be highly skilled at DT jumps, even as a full area player. Huge inspiration, by the way, even made me go full area, with hidden double time FCs on both Union and Necrophantasia. And all of this earned her the OWC 2021 award of Most Improved Player. I could go on and on about her achievements, but it's more than clear that she's deserving of a spot among the top 10 players of 2021.
Eterna's rise to fame in 2020 shuddered the entire Osu community with a fell swoop of the best speedflow aim scores the game has to date ever seen, and he managed to carry that momentum into the beginning of 2021 seamlessly. Revisiting Ascension to Heaven 3 mod for an 1100 PB score, and at the time, the highest ranked star rating FC. A pair of 1k PB scores on Zevon and Plasma Gun, Eterna's brief but bombastic activity in 2021 shows that he isn't out of the picture just yet, and still retains that number 2 spot on the leaderboards. While his play count on Osu has dropped significantly in the second half of the year, it might just be a matter of time before we witness another random, yet welcome wave of high-end AR11 speed scores from him.
We ride on together.
With a name rebrand and a strong passion for the game, Arisen has easily had one of the most explosive years this game has ever seen. With numerous 900 PP plays and even setting 3 1000 PP scores in a single day with DT alone, they all share one central theme: his absurd accuracy, fast streams, and flow aim. Displaying confidence with BPMs as fast as 300, With the level of accuracy he has shown, it's obvious he's itching to reclaim the best stream player title he had years ago. It shouldn't be too long before we see another random spur of 1k or 1.1k PP scores from Arisin, and maybe if he decides to add some hidden or maybe even hard rock, it could give him the edge to potentially become the uncontested stream legend he's aspiring to be.
Whitecat has had a slightly more low-key year in 2021 compared to 2020, but it would be remiss to assume that he still wasn't putting up some of Osu's best scores and flirted with plenty of 10-star FCs as well, nabbing the first 1k PP Nomad score in Happy Song before recent PP recalcs, getting the first ever FC on Sound Chimera, and single-digit miscounts on Crazy Banger HR and Hot and Cold. Whitecat is on the brink of breaking through that extra barrier that most have dismissed as nearly impossible. There are very few players who can rival his aggressive approach to the game, and it wouldn't be too surprising if we were to witness a 10-star FC or two next year. The future is promising for the German AIM legend, and whether or not we'll see him venture down this avenue of boundary-pushing skills, it's certainly an exciting question all of Whitecat spectators hope to see answered down the line.
With every year that Vaxei plays, it truly feels like the game is being pushed in such a multifaceted way every time, dominating marathon maps that cover various types of aim, stream stamina, and technicality, number ones on various 10-star maps, and chalking up plenty of 900 PP scores to keep the more mainstream side of the game entertained. There really isn't a player like Vaxei who could just put it all out on the table every chance he gets. His wins on tournaments like Drench Program and Yuki Aim only cement him further as the undisputed 1v1 tournament champion, still retaining his near undefeated resume that only a select number of players have threatened. His open-minded approach to the game has also allowed him to continually manage virtually every skill set possible, and with the Circle Circuit underway, Vaxei will have yet another chance to display why he's the best tournament player and really one of the best players in general to exist today.
Let's see how.
Sakamada 1 is best of all. I'm gonna shade my itchy balls, dude.
Emmerich literally gets 1.1k by accident.
I don't think there's a single player in the entire world who could replicate any of the scores that he set, and I feel like we are currently living in Emmerich's era. This is not normal. This is alien-like.
The Emmerich of 2020 is nothing like the Emmerich of 2021. He dominated his own performances completely and utterly. You could go on forever about his achievements this year, how he broke the hidden double time curse on some of the most beloved challenge maps like the Pretender, United, Lighted Up and such, how he pushed Vaxei all the way to tiebreaker in a grand final match, how 7 of the top 10 PP scores in the world are all owned by him, all set in 2021. On top of all that, he's transformed into a complete, well-rounded and fiercely dedicated player who has broken so many records it is unbelievable. His closest rivals may not have been as active as him in 2021, but the level of self-motivation needed to push his skill ceiling as hard as Emmerich has is nothing short of amazing. On top of that, Emrek is still a young player, and I bet that his best years in Osu are still to come. You can't ignore it now. Emrek is the king of the hill, and he has every tool to stay there for a very long time.
春さらいで朝ドラや日々